Hey, my name is Kathy Graham. Today I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to make a brochure using Word. First thing you got to do is open up Word, so you find your Start menu. Mine's down here. Click on it. And here you could either type in the word Word to find it, or you could click on the Word icon. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to make this full screen. And right here you see there's a search for online templates box. In that box, I'm going to type the word brochure. Now what you're looking at are all the different options that Word gives you that you can use for pre-made templates that you can edit. So I like the look of this one because I'm going to be making a brochure for a floral designer. So I clicked on it. Now when you get here, if you wanted to see close up the other options, you can click on these arrows to see what else they have. But I already know that I want to use this one. So I'm going to click on Create. Now, what you're looking at right here is the one side of your brochure. This third column is actually going to, once you fold your brochure, will be the front page. This middle column will be the very back of your brochure after it's folded. And this first column here will be on the inside flap after you have folded the brochure. If you scroll down, you can see what your second page is, and this is actually the inside of your brochure. So if you're holding it and you open up both sides, this is all what's going to be on the inside. So let's scroll back up and we will start editing. First, let's change this picture right here. I have already picked out two images and I have saved them on my computer, so they are ready to go. So what you need to do is click on the picture so that the handles appear. Handles are these circles. And then you're going to do a right click on top of the picture. Since I want to bring in a new image, I am going to use this option right here where it says Change Picture from File. Click from File, and it has brought up the pictures, or you may need to search once you get to this point. Search your computer, but I know I'm going to use this one, so I'm going to double click. And there's my picture. Now let's edit some of this text. Click on this text here right below the picture and it will become highlighted, which means now we can edit it. So I could either change this text, change the font, turn it into something else. This particular text I don't want, so I'm just going to delete it, and I'll just use the delete button on my keyboard. Now click on the next sentence. Once it's highlighted, you can edit it. I'm just going to type something new in here. So I'm going to type services we offer. And I'm going to change the font size. So all I need to do is highlight it again. Brings up your box. And I'm going to change that to size 18 just to make it a little bigger. Now I'd like to change these bullet points here. I have created another Word document that I have open where I've already created my new bullet points. So what I'm going to do is highlight these bullet points just by clicking on them. And then I'm going to head over to the other Word document and I'm going to highlight and do a copy. And now I go back to my brochure. It's already highlighted, so I can do a right click and do a paste. So there are several options. You can kind of play with that and see what you like. I'll just pick this one. And for some reason it brought over an extra bullet point, so I'm just going to use my backspace. And then I can decide if I want to make this a little bit bigger or change the font. I think I'll just make it a tiny bit bigger. And let's put it at an 18. Now we can go over to this column and start editing over here. I think I'll leave who we are, kind of like that. So I'm going to click on About Us, and I'd like to make that a little bit bigger. So I do a right click, And I think we'll make that an 18 as well. And you can pick whatever size you like. You can change the font to whatever you think would look best. I want to change this paragraph, and I've already created a new paragraph or a new sentence on my other Word document. So I'm going to click on that so it's highlighted. Then go over to your other Word document and highlight what you want to bring over. Right click, do your copy, and then return to your brochure. Since it's highlighted, I can just right click and pick one of the paste options, and there you go. And it's definitely not big enough, so I'm going to highlight it. Sorry about that. And change it to, let's try a 16. So there we have our new paragraph. I'd like to make Contact Us a bit bigger, so I click on that to highlight it, right click, and decide what size I want. We will make that an 18. And then I have this information here already ready to go in my other document. So I'm going to highlight that, go over to my other document, and highlight my new information, right click, copy, go back to your brochure, and pick one of your paste options. And that also needs to become bigger, so highlight it again and put it at a 14. Now we'll change this picture in the same way that we changed the other one. So click on it so you get your handles. Do a right click. Do change picture from a file. And there's the other picture that I had saved. And it replaces it. I want to change the company name, so I'm going to click on that so it's highlighted. And then I'm going to type in my real name. Here again, if you wanted to change the font or the size, you could highlight it and add an S, and you could make that look how you would like. For this subtitle, I have already typed something on my other document, so I'm going to highlight that, go back to my other document, highlight what I'm bringing over, right click, copy, going back to my brochure, right click, and paste. Continue editing the rest of the pictures and the text on your brochure until you've gone through the whole brochure. When you've made all of your edits, you can then print it. To print, you click on File, and then choose Print. And since this is going to be tri-folded, you need to pick the option where it says to print on both sides on the short edge. See right here? That would give you, that's going to make it print out the right way, so we'll be able to fold it. So I'm not going to print it now. This is a simple way to make a brochure using Word, and I hope you found it helpful.